they came out of the car. Each car, there were 2 guys coming out of the cars with firearms. I was just grabbed. I was put in a car. Everything happened so quick. This guy said, no, 2,000 rand because they are 2 and they are fresh. We did not cry anymore. We cried up until we did not cry anymore. The boss started with me down there. He raped me, started all the things that he did. And these are the ones are waiting for him to finish. My friend is on the bed, naked. The trauma that when he is done there, he's coming to me. So that was the game. Number 1 came. Number 2 came. Number 3 came. Number 4 came. Number 5 came. Up until number 6 came. And when they come, when this one comes off me, he's on top of the bed to my friend. Just like that. It was a circle.
How's Karabo? How are you?
I'm good, thanks. And how are you?
How
Justice?
you
Nervous.
Is it?
Yeah, a little bit nervous, but I'll be fine.
Yeah, please try not to be nervous. We're just going to flow nicely.
Right.
We're just going to have a nice conversation. Yeah, I like your top, Soweto street culture.
Soweto street culture, yeah.
Yeah, where are you from, Soweto?
From Soweto, yeah. I'm from Soweto. Born and raised in Soweto, in White City, Jabav.
Yeah, I most of the time the people, especially elderly people like yourself,
Yeah.
every time when they tell me that they grew up in Soweto, I was like, were you there in those times of 1976,
Yeah, 1976, no, I was still a baby. I was still a kid. I was 4 years old, 1976. I did not know much. But 1980-something, Kadijara Rambo, Debs Rambo, the most famous guy who was known with guns and stuff like those, I was there. Maurice Isaacson, I was there.
Yeah. Were you the person who's always running? Because you speak about that guy.
Yeah, I went to school, go Maurice Isaacson, and I was always running. It was tough. It was not easy. It was tough. When you were a girl, you were just not safe at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that they were doing at the time?
When I remember back then, we remember things for jack rolling. They used to jack roll girls. We used to have boys by Lingwarkidi gang rapists that were known in Soweto. Yeah, those were the years. It was not nice. Yeah, it was not nice. Yeah.
Tell me about yourself. Somebody's looking at you through the lens of the camera, and they're asking themselves, "Who is this lady?"
Okay. My name is Karabo April. I'm the child of God. I'm a mother. I'm a wife to a husband. I'm a rape survivor. I'm a GBV activist. And I'm a counselor. That is Karabo April for you.
Tell me about your childhood, your upbringing. How was it like?
My upbringing, Justice, was the most wonderful upbringing that I've ever known. I'm the only child of my mom and dad. I was the only child of my mom and dad because now they are late. Yeah. I was the most bubbliest child. My upbringing was good. My mother loved me so much. My dad loved me so much. They loved each other so much. And that is why I always say I've learned love from my parents. That was my upbringing. So I had no stress about having something for myself. I had everything in a platter plate.
You were blessed, eh?
I was blessed. I was blessed. Honestly, I was blessed. To be honest, I was the most cheese girl of those years.
Oh,
of those years.
Girl.
Of those years. Yeah.
Girl. You were that girl.
Yeah, I was that girl those years. So yeah. So that I'm saying I know love because I was taught love and I saw my parents loving me and loving themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Were you alone?
I was the only girl.
Okay.
I was the only girl. Doesn't the name Karabo? I was the only girl.
Were there boys?
No.
So you're the only child?
I'm the only child. Wow. Yeah, I'm the only child. I was the only child because now they are late. Yeah.
So your mom and your dad, they actually did everything.
Everything. Especially my dad. Yeah, my mom I can see, but my dad, yeah, my dad loved me so much. It was crazy. Yeah.
Let's talk about something quickly. You were basically that girl, the cheese girl, probably in your school, in your neighborhood as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Shimani, they were giving you issues, eh?
Yeah, too much. Too much. I was but fortunate enough, my parents were very strict. They were very, very, very strict. I would never go anywhere without their presence. So it was not easy for me for the boys to have me the way they wanted to, but it was just nice because I did not even feel that they were strict because of the love. They were strict. I did not attend anything that children from my neighborhood attended. When I was growing up back then, there were choirs. They had choirs in their houses to go and practice in the evening. I could not attend those because my parents were just too strict.
Were you regarded as one of the most beautiful, girls?
Not even.
In your high school. Because you are that girl, basically. Girl.
Not even, not beautiful, but just that my parents loved me so much in such a way. I remember when on my birthdays, my mom would bring cakes to the school. She would bring party packs back then.
Yeah.
So they would always know that this is my birthday. This is Karabo's birthday today, and we know that her mom will bring stuff for us. Those were just things that I had. I remember that I was the cheese girl of that. I was the cheese girl of that time.
Yeah. Let's talk about why you're here. You've got an interesting story. You also wrote a book about it, where you explain that you were once human trafficked and you survived. Take me through the story of what really happened from the beginning till the end.
All right. As I'm saying, I was the only child of my mom and dad. So Christmas was a huge thing in the family. It was big. So there was this Christmas day that my mom, we were cooking your dumpling, your meat and everything. So it was that Christmas day that we had and shared, and everything was fine and everything was good. And the following day, it was Boxing Day on the 26th of December. My mom bought a chicken from somewhere. So actually, she So I had to go and pay that money to those people. So I'm in a company of my friends, Kenny, Mulemuhi, and Zanele Kambi. Zanele Kotri, but Zanele is now late, but Kenny Mulemuhi is still around to tell the story. So we were going there to go and pay that money. On our way, still in our neighborhood, White City, still in our neighborhood, I'm not thinking of anything that can happen. I'm not thinking of any drama that can come up because I'm used to that place. Nothing is new. When you see people running, you just look at them and nothing will amuse you that there's something wrong. So we were about to cross the street. We are standing here. The three of us. We were with the other child. Her name is Quieter. So we have to cross the side. We are waiting. So there's a car that is coming, high speed. I crossed over. I ran, crossed over, waited for my friends. When I'm on the other side, I just turned and looked at them, waiting for them to come and cross. Unfortunately, those cars that were coming, they just blocked me. It was 3 cars. The other one on the side, the other one, then I was just in the middle of those cars. And then still, even if when they come and just stand beside me and in front of me, I nothing says I should run, because it's still day. There are people moving around, and they are my friends. There's nothing that tells me that there will be something that will happen now.
It's in the afternoon.
It's in the afternoon.
How old were you?
I'm 22. I was 22 years of age.
When was this?
1994. 1994, yeah, because it's 1995, yeah. So how? I'm just relaxed, I'm relaxed. I'm just watching these guys. Oh, wait, these guys, what's happening now? Before I could just ask what is happening, there were firearms. They came out of the car. Each car, there were two guys coming out of the cars with firearms. I was just grabbed. I was put in a car. Everything happened so quick. Everything happened so quick. The next thing, I was in the car. The next thing, when I'm looking at the back, my friends are now coming to the car with stones, trying to chase the car, and the car is on the high speed. The other one it's following. So we have three cars.
Yeah.
So
it's a convoy.
It's a convoy of three cars. Oh my God! Now I'm checking. There's a lady who's seated here, and she's so calm, and I'm trying now to reason with the guy, with the lady. Where are they taking me? Who are you? What's going on? And nobody's saying anything. And we are in the car, and I'm looking at people outside of the car, and people that I even know, because we are still in my area. I can see people that I know while we are driving through. I'm screaming, I'm shouting. We drove up until we reached another location, and from it's White City, then it's Central, it's Mulabo. People who knows that side, they can tell. So when we are at Mulabo, we are approaching Mulabo, that guy got irritated because I'm crying and I'm jumping up and down in the car. He just turned with the car with the firearm and then just hit me on my head. And I think I collapsed for a few minutes. I collapsed. And when I regained conscious, it was already in the afternoon. It was already a little bit dark. You're probably 5:30 to 6. And I realized that we are somewhere in Mapetla. When we approach Mapetla, there's this other girl. Okay, I decided now to keep quiet because it looks like I'm in danger. I don't know, because the lady's not talking to me. And these guys, I can see that they mean business now. So we approach Mapetla, we see this other girl. When we see this other girl, the cars again, they stop. The way that they stopped when they took me. And we are watching with this lady, we are watching through the window. Guns, firearms again, running to the girl. The girl, that girl was lucky. She was lucky. She was lucky. She ran. She did not wait for them to approach her. She ran. She just saw the car and she ran. As if she knew that they were going to take her. Because they were beat her and stuff like those, they shot her.
What?
After shooting her, and then she laid there, they got back to the cars and we left.
So they shot her from the back?
They shot her from the back and she fell. I saw her when she fell, and she fell. And when people were coming to attend her, we were already in the car and we left. I now I saw that this is not okay. This is not okay. And I decided to keep quiet since then. And we drove around Soweto. We drove up until it was very now late. And then we reached the hostels, Nicefield Hostel. When we arrived at Nicefield Hostel, they packed the car outside the hostel, but within the hostel, but not close to those buildings.
Yeah.
Fine.
Were you able to tell what kind of cars were they?
I know the car that I was in. It's a Golf, City Golf. I hate City Golf till today.
Yeah.
I remember the car. It's City Golf. It was gold City Golf.
Jeez.
These other cars, I don't remember them. I remember the one that I was in. Fine. So we still amazed that what is happening. We cannot talk with this girl. So when we arrived at Nicefield Hostel, they went out of the car. All three of them. All six of them.
Yeah.
There were six.
I wanted to ask you something. These men, are they talking to each other in the car?
They're talking. They're excited. They're talking. They're excited. Yo, we got the girls. Apparently, the way it was supposed to happen, because the cars were three and there were six, it was supposed to have 3 cars each girl. So they had 2. The other one was short. But still, they are rejoicing. They're excited that, finally we got the girls. They're talking. They're excited. So, those people.
What language were they speaking?
Sizulu. Sibatholile. Hayi, amfana uyabona lawyer. Hayi, suka, mara sizomthola omunye. Sizomthola omunye. No, we're fine. We're going to get the other one. So that is why I think that it was 3 girls per car, or 3 girls, 2. I don't understand how did they plan it, but my understanding when they are busy talking, because we are now 2. They were supposed to take 1. They could not. Fine, we are now at the hostel.
Sure.
Justice. We are now at the hostel. How we are seated there. That was the first time we spoke with the girl. So I asked her, do you know them? She says, no, I don't know them. Where did they find you? They got me from my house, from my parents' house. I was going to buy cold drink. And when I crossed the street, that is where I came across them. Then they took me. The way they took you, they just took me that. They came with firearms and then they took me. You don't know them, yes. But how come you so come? Whatever that they did to you, I was already assaulted. So I had to keep my calm. Oh, okay. So I'm saying, what's your name? She tells me her name. I'm saying, my name is Karabo April. I gave, and I'm saying, I am now stressed because these people, it looks as if they are going to rape us. Then she says, no, but we need to pray. And I'm saying, my most concern is that I'm pregnant.
That's you.
I mean, that's me.
Okay.
I'm telling her that, my most concern is now I'm pregnant. I'm 6 months pregnant. And if they are going to rape us, they are definitely going to kill my baby. This girl kept quiet. And then there was silence in the car. They are out. The silence in the car is both of us. So I'm saying to her, let's pray. Let us try to pray. Then we started praying. We started praying, our Father who art in heaven. While we are still on the mood of praying, on that spirit of praying, then the car on my side opens. The door opens. It's one of them. He's coming to the car. And then he says to me, you come here. He's calling me. And I was like, oh, I did not even answer. The girl answered. And then the girl said, where are you taking her? And then he said, do you want to see where am I taking her? Then she said, yes. Then I said, okay. Then he closed the door. He comes to the side. Then he takes the girl. He takes the girl to the next car. And then he started raping her. I could hear now, the girl is now screaming, crying now. And that is where I lost hope. I lost hope and I just felt that it's happening. And there's no way that they would rape her and they won't rape me. Fine, after raping her, he brings her back. Now she's back. We could not even say anything. I just hugged her. And then, she was crying. She was crying and it was like, okay, it's fine. So my mind is now all over. it means they were here to come and take me to start raping me. So the lady took my punch. Eish, now I'm feeling guilty. While in the car, they are now they are coming back, but they are working with men from hostel now, big men, abobaba, abakulu, not young men, abobaba, cool, with this big stomach and stuff like that. And then the conversation there, it's no, sinilethele abantwana, so you have to pay us. We cannot sinikeze abantwana without paying us. Okay, now we are talking with the girl. Oh, now they are going to sell us to those guys. Now, I'm saying, but I think it's better when they're going to sell us because we will escape when we are here with my small mind. Yeah. And then Sylvia say, either way, they're going to rape us. Even if they can sell us to those guys are going to rape us. Okay. But they could not agree with the price. They were talking other prices. The guys were talking other prices. But finally, they did not sell us to the hostel dwellers.
Were you able to hear how much?
Yeah, they were talking about 2,000 rand. And then apparently those men from hostel, they wanted to pay 1,000 rand. And then this guy said, no, 2,000 rand because they are true and they are fresh, That was the conversation. So apparently because they did not have the 2,000 rand, so they could not even negotiate that price. So they came back to the cars. Drove off from Nicefield Hostel. We drove up until we reached a place. I don't know what is that place, but it's somewhere in El Dorado Park because it's a colored community.
Yeah.
So they were going to buy drugs. So they get into that house, bought drugs, and then they came back. After coming back in the car, it's now very late, Justice. I think now it's because we did not have watches. I think it was around 10 now. It's very late now. So we went to the destination where we arrived. I think it's their place where they got stolen goods, everything, they dump them there. So that place is a shack, umkukunyana. So the shack does not have much of the things. It's just a kist. Do you know a kist, Justice?
I don't know. What is that?
A kist is something that our parents, when they got married, they would present them with that kist. It's something like a chest of drawer, but you open it upwards. You see the keys. Yeah. That is the keys.
Yeah,
so
the one that you can just put a lock.
Yes, you know it. So in that shack, there's a kist, and there's just a cabinet. Something. It's an old drop, but yeah, something of that nature, and a kist and one bed. It's a double bed. Okay, when we arrived there, they are drunk, very drunk. They're smoking dacha, they're smoking drugs, they have food. So when we arrive there, they dress us, they tell us to undress everything. You will undress the top and then you'll be left with the bra. They tell you that with that bra, yehlisa. You'll be left with your underwear. They say everything, take everything. And so we were stripped naked. So what I've noticed in that group, there were 6. What I've noticed, there's this other one, his name was Sinywenywe. So this guy, he was the leader of the group. And he was the one who would give commands. Do like this, don't go there, come there. He was giving commands to the other guys. So even today, I can still remember him more than this other 5. Because he was the one who was doing most of the talking, most of the action, So he was the one who was like instructing us, strip everything off. Everything. Okay, so we were stripped off and then we were stripped naked and then it was excitement in that group. And then they started in a circle smoking, eating, and then it was, do you want to eat? How can you eat with people that you don't even know? You're not even hungry, Okay, so he instructed us to be naked, and then he told the other guys that this one he's going to sleep on the floor. That is me now. I'm going to sleep on the other side of the bed on the floor, and then my friend is gonna sleep on the bed. Okay, fine. And then he told them that I'm the one who's going to start. The one who's going to start everything. So, because, you remember when they took my friend out of the car? Then the friend told that guy that I don't want you to take her because she's pregnant. So he remembered that I'm pregnant. When we arrived there, he's telling the boss now that, yeah, start with her, plus he's pregnant.
Oh, my word.
It was like, oh, it's so nice.
Oh.
It's very nice. Oh, he's very nice. And okay, fine.
So he's saying it's very nice.
It's very nice. Yeah, it's very nice. Apparently, they're saying women who are pregnant are nice. 6 months pregnant. I was 6 months pregnant. It was not just a belly. You could see. When I was naked, you could see. You could see that I'm pregnant. Okay, fine. For them, it was a game. It started. The boss started with me down there. He raped me, started all the things that he did. And these other ones are waiting for him to finish. My friend is on the bed, naked. You can imagine the trauma. She's already been raped from the hostel. We are here now. I am down there. She can hear that they have started. The trauma that when he is done there, he's coming to me. So that was the game. Number 1 came. Number 2 came. Number 3 came. Number 4 came. Number 5 came. Up until number 6 came. And when this one comes off me, he's on top of the bed to my friend. Just like that. It was a circle. When they take a breather with drugs, alcohol, everything that they had.
They're also naked as well.
They are also naked. Everybody's naked there. Everyone is naked. Everyone is naked. Just this, the pain that I went through is unbearable. It's unbearable in such a way that, when you grow, you understand the pain better. As you grow, that is what I've noticed with my story. As you grow, you understand the pain better. The pain gets deeper. It does not get light. It gets deeper. I remember when I was now tired, it was now the second day. I was now tired, exhausted. When I was swallowing my saliva, I would feel tears coming out of my eyes because we did not cry anymore. We cried up until we did not cry anymore. We did not know whether, we were in the room, that shack, that small shack, but I did not see her. She could not see me in that small shack. That is how bad it was. That is how bad it was. I cried till I did not cry anymore. And then I just felt that, okay, it's fine. Let them do whatever they want to do. And you could not even recognize who's now coming. But the boss had stitches from top there down to the belly. It looks as if he was from hospital. My mind tells me probably he escaped from hospital because he had an operation and the staples were still new, fairly new.
What?
You could, when he came to me, I could now understand that this is the boss of the house now. Because those staples, my tummy was big, and when he presses on top of me, I could feel the staples. So if you ask me how many times did they rape us, I cannot say and I cannot tell because it happened the whole day, morning, night, for 3 days, the whole of 3 days. That is what was happening to us. We did not eat. We had a bucket to just release ourselves. Because I was pregnant, I would urinate timelessly. Yeah. So, and there was a time that I could not even stand. They would just shove the bucket under me. And then that is how I helped myself. We did not eat. We did not see light. It was just a traumatizing 3 days. So there was this day where I felt that, this girl is too quiet. And then I actually, she came towards the bed. You know what were they doing? Every day, 3:30, we were left with 3 guys. 3 guys would go out. And then when they come back, they would come with handbags, stuff, computers, laptops. You could see that they were going for robbery somewhere and get those things back to the room. So it was their routine. Every time 3 would go, 3 will be left behind. We will be left with 3 behind. 3 will go. So that was the routine. So there was this night that my friends managed to just shift a little bit to the edge of the bed, because we could not even talk. My throat was so dry. I could not talk anymore. So she gave me her hand, and when I raised my eyes, I saw the hand, and I was so excited that at least she's still alive. And I think what was going through my mind, it was going through her mind as well, that I'm quiet. She is wondering what is happening. So she gave me her hand, and then I raised my hand, and then we touched each other. And then that was just a sign to say we're still alive. Because these other ones are sleeping now. It's 3 o'clock. The other one has the 3.
Is it in the afternoon or in the morning?
It was in the morning. It was in the morning. Okay, fine. That day passed by. There was other days. So, how we escaped. Sylvia, while she was in that bed, she was observing everything. She was observing their routine, how they live, how they lock, where's the key, where they put the key, She observed everything, and it worked in our favor for her to be constantly aware of things. I could not see anything because I was at the side of the bed and the door was that side. Okay. That morning, she said to me, we need to run. We need to run away. I think it was our 4th day now. So she said, we need to run away now. Then I said, how? Then she said, I saw the key. They are sleeping. The 3 are sleeping, fast asleep. Then I said, are we going to get the key? Then she said, we will try. But first, I need to help you to stand up. Then she came, assisted me to stand up. Then before we did everything, we had no clothes. So that kiss that I was telling you about, we opened, find nothing. There was a cupboard. On that cupboard, we found T-shirts, Elma T-shirts, just white T-shirts. Not decent ones, just T-shirts. Then she gave me one. She took one, put on the T-shirts. And after taking wearing those T-shirts, then she shook this other one that she knows that the key was with him. Then she managed to take a key from the pocket. They did not hear anything. Then we tiptoed around them. We opened the door.
They did not make noise. Pela, it was a shack, eh?
Justice.
Yeah.
When God intervenes, we tiptoed softly. We had no shoes. We only had those shirts, no underwear, no nothing. And now I have a big tamina, and then the t-shirt it's covered only here, just a small thing, and I had to just drag it down. So we tiptoed and we went out, and then we locked the shack. And then we went out. At the gate, the girl said to me, we cannot take same direction because anything can happen. Probably those three will be coming back anytime soon. So we hugged each other. And then she said to me, look for me and I will look for you. I love you, my sister. Then we went separate ways. I ran. I don't know where I was. I had to find myself a way out. The dogs are barking. It's in the morning. I don't see my way out here. But I was just running. You know, I just wanted to be out of that place. I just ran. Finally, I saw my way out, and then I knew how to go home. We were still in Soweto, fortunate. I saw my way to home, then I arrived home. When I arrived home, I found my mom and dad. The door was not locked, the gate was not locked, and I found them praying. They did not even see me when I arrived home. When I just entered Endlin, I just felt. And then my dad saw behind that, my daughter is back. My daughter is back. You know, Justice, it's just because I was heavily pregnant. They could not just pick me up and probably just be happy. And that's they could not. The only thing that they did, they hugged me. When I tried to explain to my parents what happened, it was just, shh, it's fine. You are back now. It does not matter. What happened, it does not matter. What matters is that you are back. Because my mom tells me that I expected to the police to come and tell me that you are dead somewhere, but now you are back. It does not matter. Then I came back home, you know, because it was still early in the morning. We slept in a bed. I was in the middle. My father was this side. My mom was this side. They were just hugging me. That was the first time I slept after 3 days. That was the first time when I closed my eyes and I was like,
oh man.
Just the trauma that I went through, you know, that's I'm saying when you grow up, the more you grow up, the more you understand the pain, the more you see the pain. It was not easy in such a way that even if when I went to the hospital the next day, at Ntabiseng to Tuzela for the checkups, and the journey was not easy still. People were mean, you know, counselors there were mean. You know, they did not understand that I'm from a rape, an ordeal of 3 days, full 3 days. I did not sleep. I was raped day, night, morning. I did not eat. I did not have anything. And they just had time to just talk there and talk about Amagwinya, Exeni, you know. And then it was like, Ukezile sisi. And I was like, no. And it was, because if we would talk about Gezile, if you were bathed, we couldn't have anything to show that you were raped. I felt that, no. Here I'm going to be more traumatized than I left. Then we left with my mom. We went home. You know, just after that, so many things happened that broke my heart even worse. When I gave birth, because it was 6 months, I gave birth to my child after 4 months. He was bruised. He was bruised on the other side. Remember, there was a time where they hit me. At And the shack there when I was tired, that guy who wanted to rape me when I was not now moving, he hit me with a gun, and then he told me that child should wake up. If you say you are pregnant, I want to see that child jumping. There was a time where he tied my hands literally with a shoelace on top of my head for him to rape me. So there were so many bruises. Even me, I had bruises on my arms. So the child was bruised on the other side. And the nurses felt that, this thing of you drinking while pregnant, you see those things of yours. And I'm still new from this. It's only 3 months later. 3 months later, I haven't dealt with this trauma. And then there's somebody who will be telling you that, these things of you smoking, these funny things, you see now what you have done to the child.
They don't even know.
They don't even know.
Shame on them.
They don't even know. I'm not even at the state of saying, no, this happened to me.
Yeah.
At that stage, I cannot talk rape. I'm still traumatized. I am still traumatized. It's something that I've took and hide it somewhere in my brain.
Because you're feeling pain. You just gave birth.
Exactly.
Shame on them.
So, that's that.
Shame on them. Shame on them.
I'm telling you. You see things that you do when you're pregnant. You're drinking and you go and do such things. That is why you'll get such babies. To think that I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking, I'm not partying, it broke my heart. It broke my heart. So that's the story of my life.
Yo, my sister.
Yo.
You are a survivor.
I am a survivor, Justice. I am a survivor. I am a survivor. After those months, in our black culture, when you're pregnant, they have to take the sisu to the boys' place.
Yeah,
you remember?
yeah.
When I'm pregnant, when you impregnated me, they have to take me to your home to where now uyovuma isisu ukuthi it's you who made me pregnant.
Okay, yeah.
So I went there after the rape thing. After the rape, they took me there to the boys' place after the rape thing. What did the grandmother say there? Yes, says you coming here with a big tummy. It's because they've raped you and you have AIDS. Now you are coming here and saying you are impregnated by my boy.
Wait, did she know that you were raped, or she just said it?
That's she's saying you came back from the rapist and you're saying you have been impregnated by my boy. Now you are not impregnated by my boy. No, you are not impregnated by my boy. Go and ask those people who raped you, who impregnated you. I was raped December. I'm there. I'm now 7 months because they took me January. I'm now 7 months. So how can I be impregnated by the guys?
No, grandmothers sometimes sniffy.
So you when you are a person, you go through those things, and when you are now settled and you remember them and you feel that I went through the most.
Jeez, man, you're a survivor. You survived, eh? You survived.
A big deal. And Justice, what broke my heart in this story, the whole story, it's that the girl that took my punch, who managed to make us, who managed to make us escape, who did so many things for me, she did not survive. She committed suicide.
Oh my word!
That one broke me. It was like you were somewhere, and then God sent you an angel who will walk with you a path, walk with you when you say you are now, you have survived from that path. Then the next thing, you are now, there's no one like that. That girl was so intelligent, because while we were in the car, you remember at the hostel, that is where we started communicating. I gave her my home numbers. We had landline telephone back then. So I gave her the numbers. So she gave her mom the number when we came back to tell us that she survived and she's home. So it was okay that we now know that we are home, but we could not meet because I was now getting ready to give birth now. So after I have given birth, my mom called her mom to say, I tell the girl that we have a baby boy now in the house. Then the mother said, unfortunately, she did not make it. She committed suicide. She's dead.
But you see how trauma can be dangerous. Trauma is very dangerous.
It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. That is why I'm saying even today, people are going through the most. That is why people will end up having depression. That is why people will be having drug habits. People will be smoking drugs because they don't want to face what happened in their previous life, because it's not easy. It's not easy.
Because I feel like it's very important, whatever that happened in your life. And I know that it's not easy. I had trauma as well. And whatever that happened in your life and you haven't dealt with it, it's very important for you to go to the bottom of the root.
I'm telling you.
And deal with that situation. Because trust me, there's consequences. The after effects, when they come in,
it's bad.
It'll mess up your mind.
I'm telling you. I managed to deal with it because I worked in the trauma center in SAPS. I was the coordinator of victim empowerment. I was empowering clients. I was working with rape victims, direct with rape victims. And just as I could see how people were going down through their traumas, most especially of rape. People cannot deal with rape. I could see men being raped that cannot deal with the trauma. I could see babies that would come in that could not deal with the traumas. And that is where I got my strength, a bit by bit by bit. And I saw a need that, this is bad. This is bad. People will judge somebody who will say to you, I was raped when I was 5 years old. And then people will say, how would you remember something when you were 5 years old? You remember. You will remember. I'm telling you, I was 22, I was old, but I can tell you that a 5-year-old at the age of 30 can remember what happened to her at 5. Believe her. In our police stations, we have offices that we call a victim user-friendly, a trauma center, where we receive our rape victims. My fear is that people who work in those offices, they don't understand the importance of a person who comes in that office saying, I am being raped. They don't understand the trauma. They don't understand the pain that person is going through. It's work as normal. It's normal day. Awareness are not there. Let me put it blindly like that. We don't have enough awarenesses. The places where they are meant for people who are victims of rape are places where there are no sensitivity in those offices. So people go there and come out more stressed. They go in those offices and come back more traumatized. Because people will be asked funny questions. What were you wearing? Why were you in the streets in the night, during the night? So I'm not saying they're not doing the work. There are those people who are still doing good job 100%. In those offices. But there are people that, honestly, that you will feel very traumatized. I went to Ntabiseng, to Tuzela, when I was raped. I came out more traumatized. I did not have prophylaxis. I did not have any checkups. I did not have anything because I was already traumatized by the people that were supposed to take me step by step. So it did not assist me. And I as I'm saying, there are good cops there. There are good counselors in those offices. There are people that still take their job serious, but it's few of them, to be quite honest. It's few of them. That is why sometimes you'll meet a person who will say, I was raped 10 years back, but I did not report the matter. Because sometimes you can be raped by your boyfriend, but because you did not give consent, it's a rape. But you are scared to go to the police station because we will tell you that It was your boyfriend. So people are so skeptical of opening cases. And that is where now people will go for drugs.
Yeah.
People will now go for being prostitutes. Sometimes you'll see a prostitute and when you go deeper, she will probably tell you that I felt that I would rather be a prostitute because I was raped as a child. People were raping me as much as they want. They were working in, out, they did whatever. So why not? So there are things that goes bad if you are not dealing with the matter. Everything that happens to you, I think you need to deal with it. It's a fact. People don't like psychologists, people don't like psychiatrists, but you need to visit those offices.
You've written a nice book. Does it talks about your story?
Yeah, my book talks about my story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's an incredible book, eh? Surviving the den of rapists.
Yeah. It's surviving the den of rapists. Those guys they were. I was in a den. If like a vulture, people want to eat you.
Yeah.
That was the situation.
Jeez, man. You've went through it all, eh?
No, I have. And I've survived.
How can people get the book?
From me, we can communicate on WhatsApp. We can communicate on WhatsApp. We can communicate on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
Karabo April on Facebook. I can give them the number on WhatsApp 081 528 7242. The book is 250.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think the government should hire people like you.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, I got raped, right? And then I went to the hospital. I got there. I'm speaking to a psychologist. Obviously, they're educated to, deal with a person who has trauma, but they never went through rape. Because they'll always say that you can never preach about something that you've never went through. So I think that the government should consider hiring people that went through, give you guys the support. If you have an organization, give you guys the funding to go out there to relate to these young kids.
True. I understand. When you say that, I remember at some stage at the police station, there was this girl who came through the charge office. I was in the trauma center, and then that girl was like screaming, crying. I want to go home. I just want my mother. I don't want to talk to the police. I don't want to talk to the police. I want to talk to the police. Then I went out from the trauma center. Then I went to check what's happening. And then I found this beautiful girl. And then I was like, what's wrong? I don't want to talk to you. And then I requested humbly to say, come to my office, let us talk. Then we went through the trauma center.
Yeah.
And then we sat down, and then she was hysterical. She was crying. And I was like, what happened? Then she said, I was raped. Then I said, okay, how can I assist you? Then she said, there's nothing that you can assist me with. I just want to go home. Just call my mother because I don't have a phone. I have nothing. They took my bag. They took everything. Then I said, no, but we need to assist you. There are benefits when you open a case. Number one, we can have prophylaxis. We can take you to the doctor and you can have prophylaxis, and then it can prevent you from getting AIDS, STI, probably pregnancy. Those are the benefits that you can get, and you are going to get it instantly. So that is the reason why you have to open a case. And then she did not want to hear anything. Then I remembered that let me narrate my story to her. And remember, Justice, it was for the first time me talking about my story to somebody else.
Wow.
It was for the first time. And then I shared my story to her, and I said there was a girl, and then she went through this. She was gang raped, and she did this, and she was pregnant. And I came with a story, and she was now getting interested. And then she was now wiping her eyes, and then she was now listening attentively. And then, when I was done with the story, and then she said to me, probably that girl is dead now. You know, that girl is not dead. You are looking at that girl. And then, you know, she managed to open a case finally. She was calm, and I created that friendship. I now knew how to communicate with her.
Yeah.
So I gave her counseling. She managed to open a case, and finally she was getting raped by taxi owners, not taxi owners, but people who were driving the taxi. She was going to school, taxi drivers.
Yeah.
She was going to school, and then she thought it was a taxi kanti is those people who were going to rape her. So they raped her, and then they dumped her somewhere in our area, close to the police station. Then she came to the police station. So I gained trust in her. And from there, we became friends. And I'm happy now she did well. She's now a social worker. We are talking. She was at my book launch, and I did not even invite her, but because she was following me on Facebook, when I was signing, she said, "Do you remember me?" Then I said, "Oh, wow." You know, so that is what you are saying, that if you have walked the path, then you can tell the story easy to the person. And the person, when she sees you, she will really, really believe that it means I will be fine one day. If this person is fine, then I will be fine one day.
Don't you think that these guys, when they are doing these gang raping, they are practicing a ritual in a way?
Yeah, because you know, when they talk justice, they talk something that you don't even hear, but they understand each other. Because how do you climb on top of somebody who has just got off? You know, sex is something that is betinyana, you know, but they did not mind. And there's this thing that they're talking that you don't even hear, that you don't even understand. I did not tell you that after 10 years, I met my rapist.
What?
Yes. I met him.
The leader?
The leader.
Hey.
I met the leader. And every time I was like, I need closure. I need to, if I can see these guys, probably I'll be fine. And probably he will explain why he did it. You know, I always had that thing that I wish to see him. I wish to see them. You know, every time. I had a friend who knew the leader. So one day we were at church. While in church, my friend was going out. When he goes out, he sees the man. He comes back. He says to me, "I saw him. He's outside."
He came to church?
He was not in church.
Okay.
Our church is close to the bus stop. Oh. He was waiting for the taxi somewhere there. So my friend came. My friend was going home, and I was in the church. I was still in the church.
Yeah.
When my friend saw him, she came back and told me that guy is there by the bus stop. I saw him. And I was serious. And then I said, yes. You know, I did something that is stupid. It was stupid for me. I took my son. Then we went to the rapist.
How old is your son now?
Now Louis is 26.
Okay.
By then he was 10.
Oh, he was 10.
He was 10 years, yeah.
Okay.
Then we went to the guy. Then I stand in front of him. Justice, when I approached that guy, everything came back. Everything came back. Those red eyes, he's dark, he's short, everything, those staples came back. And it was like I was now traumatizing my mind. I was now traumatizing myself further. But I just said, because I told my friend that closure, I will get closure if I can just meet them. So she thought that it was going to be easy because I said I wanted. And I said, "Do you remember me?" Hayi, angikukhumbuli. Ngithi, "You don't remember me?" Athi, "No." Ngithi, 10 years back nina ni rape somebody, amantombazana ayi-2. Athi, "No, not me." Then I said, "Who then?" Athi, "No, yangisukela." Ngithi, "No, I'm not." Then he said, "Hi, now I don't know what you're talking about." And then I said to my son, "Lebu, this is the guy who raped me while I was expecting you. This is the guy who wanted to kill me, who was assaulting me with the firearm. This is the guy. Then he said, no, don't tell the child that thing because I don't know what you're talking about. Then I said to my friend, okay, fine. You don't know what I'm talking about. Don't you have an operation starting from there down to the belly? Let my friend open your t-shirt and see if there's nothing like that. Then she said, no, I'm sorry. I did not mean to rape you. Like, my boy, when you need cocks, you must come and I will buy you cocks.
Yeah.
You know, I cried.
What?
I cried.
It's crazy.
My son is somebody who's not talking too much. He's not like me. He's very calm. And he was like looking at him. And and I saw tears running from my boy's face. And then I cried as well. I cried. Then I went back. I did not even finish the mission. The closure that I was talking about, I did not receive the closure. Instead, I got more traumatized. I left him there. I went back, started crying. It started all over again. I got more traumatized. And I just realized that I've even traumatized my son, you know. So, yeah, that's that.
How's your son now? How is he?
Lebu is fine. Lebu knows the story. He's okay. He's very calm. He's not that person that you will see how he feels. He's very calm. He's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Karabo, thank you so much.
Thank you, Justice.
For your story.
Thank you, Justice.
I'm definitely sure that it's gonna, open so many people's eyes.
Yeah.
Even those that were raped and they were not able to come out.
They will come out. They will be fine.
Yeah, they will be fine, definitely. But thank you so much.